Hello and welcome to the Information Literacy track of the Digital Pedagogy Lab. My name is Cody Saylor and I'm a librarian at the Auraria Library. I'm also one of the instructors for the Information Literacy track. And I'm super excited to get to know you this week and talk about information literacy and really dig in. But before we do all that, you guys need to know how our course works. And this video explains the logistics for finding course content and engaging in course discussions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to look at the Information Literacy Track's website on the Digital Pedagogy's website. So for the Digital Pedagogy Lab, each track has a website. It's on a platform called Ghosts. You might hear it referred to as the Ghost site. And this is what it looks like. So Information Literacy, DPL 2021. And you will see, when you are given access to this, several posts. And our track we organize sort of the content and the activities for our track by day. So each day has a theme, and then there are lessons and activities and a discussion. The discussion is we have a synchronous option, and we also have an asynchronous discussion option. There's also what we call reflective journal questions, which are questions that you work through on your own so that you can help process what you're learning. So when you're looking at these posts and you're like trying to decide where to start, it's probably good to look through the pre-week welcome and logistics page. So let's go ahead and pull this up. This gives you an overview of the goals for the week philosophically, but it also gives you a bunch of really important logistical information about how you should plan your days, what you can work on, information about the Yellow Dig platform, which is what we're using for our asynchronous discussion, right? So it's a really good page for that kind of stuff. You'll find the information to the Zoom link we're going to use for our synchronous meeting. It'll be the same link all week. And then this explains what the reflective journal is, and then it also gives you a place where you can ask Karen or I questions by email. So this is like sort of the setup of our course. You can look through this. So if you watch this video and you're like, I'm not sure, come to this page and give it a look. But let's walk through like the average posts like for a day together. So let's go ahead and I'll open the day one post. And so when we open day one's post, you can see right away what are the goals for today. And then you can see the information for the synchronous meeting, which will happen at 2 p.m. Denver time. And then every lesson is labeled lesson, and so that gives you the lesson. And you can read through the lessons. Sometimes the lessons are just text with links. Sometimes they have an asynchronous sort of like check your understanding component. And sometimes there are slides. So this is like a slide deck from Karen, right? And then I was talking about the synchronous meeting or the post in Yellow Dig. And you'll see for every day the link to the synchronous meeting, but also links to Yellow Dig, which is our sort of discussion platform that we're using. So if you want to do your introduction for the first day, you can click and you can open it in Yellow Dig, and then you can comment. So all of the Yellow Dig like sort of interactive pieces are always linked in the day. So you can see these are the discussion questions, and so you can interact with those discussion questions asynchronously through Yellow Dig at your convenience. We're also going to talk about them in the synchronous meeting. So the synchronous meeting should really be very similar to the discussion questions in Yellow Dig. And so the two should be similar, but different, of course, because there'll be different people and they'll have different things to say. So that is how a course is like every day is laid out for our course. So you'll see that you have your lessons, you have your synchronous or asynchronous discussion questions, and then at the end of every day, you'll have your journal reflection questions so that you can think through and be like, well, what did I learn today? What am I reflecting on? How am I making meaning out of this day's lessons and discussion? So that is how every day of the course is set up, except for Friday, which of course is the last day of the lab, and we'll try to do something sort of to wrap up all of our sort of knowledge. So that's how that works. You can also get to Yellow Dig by just hitting discussion up here at the top, this top menu in our course. And this will take you to the Yellow Dig communities that you're a part of. So you can see that I'm part of the Digital Pedagogy Lab 2021 faculty group, but I'm also part of our sort of, they call it a community, Yellow Dig Community Information Literacy. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. And then you can see that Yellow Dig is kind of like this gigantic list of stuff. It has sort of like that kind of format. And that to navigate it, I find it's best to search. So you can search for stuff, but you can also use the hashtags. So all the different posts are hashtagged by the day that they belong to. So if you click Monday, you can see all of Monday's posts, and that's the stuff you're supposed to do for Monday. You guys can also create your own posts. If you want to pose a question to our track, you're welcome to do so. You can just say create post. You have to title it. You can write whatever you want to write. You have to give it a topic. These topics are preset by Yellow Dig. They are not the topics I would have chosen. Anyway, so you choose a topic, and then you can also hashtag it with the day that you are referring to. So whatever content or ideas that you want to engage with, make sure you give it the hashtag Monday. And to do a hashtag, all you have to do is hashtag Monday and then click on it. It's super easy. You can also create your own hashtags. If you have a particular topic that you want to create and introduce to our conversation, go for it. So that's kind of a little bit of how Yellow Dig works. They have a pretty robust online FAQ system. So if you're confused about Yellow Dig, check out their FAQs. It's a pretty neat platform, and I'm excited to use it in our course. So if you have any questions about information literacy, sort of the logistics of using the pages and the post pages for each day mixed with Yellow Dig, please let Karen or I know. We're really excited to meet you, and we can't wait to get Digital Pedagogy Lab started. See you soon.